Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, man. Okay, I see what's happening now. Okay. How are you? How are you? How's everyone? Hello, I'm Taiga Lili, the presidential candidate from the future. Okay, let me make myself bigger. Okay. Hi, I'm trying to test stream again on my verticals. So if you guys, I don't know, maybe I should, yeah, maybe I should post about it. Hold on, let me post about it. How is everyone? YouTube looks so perfect. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that win. But I after the peak stream, I have decided that I'll never stream my POV when I do collab games until like I upgrade my PC. But I'll do like chatting streams, I guess. How's everyone doing today? This evening, it's been hot. How are you? YouTube is horizontal though, so like okay, but I also have like both horizontal and vertical. Is it not working? Cause it happened to me last time too. Like for some reason, like when I do both, they can only see one. So maybe that's why. どうかな? Okay, let me make a post about it real quick. Hi, live. Sharing my LA memories. And then twitch.tv/Lili Taiga. And then, let me find the link to the horizontal then. Horizontal. How do I share the stream? Copy. Okay. Then, okay. Hi. And vertical. Let me share the vertical link. Mobile. Okay, let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, okay? Okay. Hi. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm gonna put a picture. I mean, I don't mind horizontal as long as I'm like streaming one of them. I'll be fine. Let me see. Oh, it's been so hot today. Like, I feel sticky. どうする? Okay. Hi. Okay. So now that I made a post, we were ready. I went to the salsa festival today. I think I got a little heat stroke. Oh no! Drink more water. How was the salsa festival? How was it? Was it fun? Was it like very crowded? Hmm? Let me share the link to my vertical. It's here. It's over here. That's my YouTube vertical. I tried to start stream on time, so I didn't get water. But it's okay. If I need to, I'll just tell you guys that I have to go. It was fun and the food was on point. That's amazing. What food is that? What salsa festival? Salsa is like the dance salsa, right? Or is it the food salsa? So is it like Spanish food? But yeah, all the festivals. Maybe I should go to one. Maybe I should go to one. But okay. So let's see. So both look. Both. Okay. Okay, so it's like the food and the dance. I see. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should close multi-chat because I don't think multi-chat is working. Wait. I think it's working. Yeah, because C-Line is commenting. Okay, well, okay. Hopefully I'll get to see. I'm a little bit paranoid that I'll miss Twitch comments. But okay, well, okay, I'll close it. And if you guys feel like I stop reading Twitch comments, just let me know, okay? Okay, so today I'm going to share my LA trip stories, you know, and like share what's on my camera roll. And basically last time we did San Francisco and Off-Kai. So I think like those two trips, well, it was all in the same trip, but like I think those two places, it was like just one day of like sightseeing in San Fran, and then Off-Kai mainly is just meeting people and friends. So I didn't really tour around San Jose. But for LA, because you know, well, it's my first time in the West Coast, so I really wanted to just travel and sightseeing because I really like sightseeing, and this is what I'm gonna share. There's a moment that I almost cried. I almost tear up, and then maybe I was like also emotional. But there are a lot of fun moments, and I made like a new friend who was 76 years old. And I also like it also happened when like a lot of like, you know, Canadian people, and also like basically Canadian people telling me, oh, don't go to LA, it's very chaotic right now. So it's around that time. The vertical link works. Perfect. Woohoo! Finally it's working. But I don't know why it doesn't show up on my stream though. But anyways, let's go. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed to be like very chaotic, but I think it was fine to me. So I'll call that a win, okay? But you'll see my experience in there. Have you guys been to LA? Have you guys been to I wanted to like see like the LA Disneyland. Apparently I've been there when I was just like a really young kid, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. What would you want to eat if you went to LA? Like, what's famous in LA? I feel like, it's just part of America, so there's American food. But then it hit me because it's so close to the Mexican border. So that's why I also tried the Mexican food there. Maybe YouTube only shows one live per account at a time. I see. Unfortunate, because I think like usually vertical does better than horizontal. Maybe next time I will only do vertical on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. I mean, this type of content is better to do vertical anyways. I think, but what do I know, right? We gotta find out. Um. But yeah, have you guys been to LA? Have you guys been to LA? This is my first time that I was there when I'm conscious, okay? So for LA, basically, like for the 3 days, the first day I did like the Beverly Hills, and Santa Monica Pier, which is like the GTA like location. And the second day I did like around like the Little Tokyo area, and then also at night I went to the Griffith Observatory, and then the third day I went to the Broad Museum and Long Beach. So we actually went to like 2 places. I think LA is probably good for Mexican food. Yes, it was. It was. There's a lot of like burrito and tacos. I wish I could like have more. Like it actually started me on like a taco obsession. Did you complete any GTA missions on a trip? I didn't do anything illegal, I guess. Much better than Taco Bell. Taco Bell sucks. Taco Bell sucks balls. It's bad. Ew, okay. But finally, I get to try real Mexican food. So, now I like tacos better, okay? Okay. So, okay, let's see. Okay, I guess we can show the photos now. Okay. So this is the first photo. It's in Melrose. So like LA is very big, and I think that's why like I didn't run into the chaotic areas. Maybe, or maybe it's just not as chaotic as people like is shown on social media. I love horchata. What is horchata? So like when I arrived, so I basically from Ofukai, like San Francisco, okay? Wait, no, San Jose. I took a bus in the midnight for 7 hours, and then it was a little bit like scary. I feel like because there are people like who are coughing in front of me, and then luckily like the person who sat next to me kept men spreading. But I saw his stuff. He's also from Ofkai, so maybe he could be one of like a fellow VTuber as well. But I wouldn't know. But he was men spreading, and I didn't have enough space. Well, I had enough space, but I was like, why do you take up my space? But I guess because he wants to put his backpack in between his legs. It's a rice and cinnamon drink. Oh, I see. That sounds good. The cinnamon drink. And then, so basically we rode, like, it's a long ride. It was like 6-ish hours, like almost 7. And we just ride through like the highways. So the highways was actually pretty because they have a lot of like geographical like spots there. And then we ended at like the Union Station of LA, and then I took another bus, and then I figured out like the tapping. I used like a tap card app, that is for LA, and then I just refunded money. It's really good. It's like Suica card in Japan, and I just top up and I got to go, and then I took the bus to my hotel, and then when I first arrived in the area, like hotel area, I'm like, this place looks like Toronto. And then I'm like, oh man, do I have to like spend 3 days in a place that reminds me of Toronto? What's the point? Like, did I make a wrong decision? Like, is it maybe I shouldn't have like stayed so much time. If you accessed his VTuber ID, you could have made a call-up post. True. Just be like, man spreading aware. And then so wait, where was that? Okay, so I was like, wow, this is like Toronto. It's like it feels like Toronto in the morning, because it was like 7 a.m. when I went there. And then so one of the VTuber friends I have called Jacob, we played Peak together, and he is local from LA, or like Orange County, so it's like close by, right? So he said that we were gonna meet around 11, so I feel like, oh, I have plenty of time. And I tell myself, because I already like spent so much like effort, like socializing and like touring around SF, I'm just gonna not push myself as I usually would, right? So I'm just gonna chill. Cause okay, normally if it were like normal Taiga tour by myself, if I'm meeting a friend at 11 a.m. and I arrived at the place at 7 a.m., I'll be like, that's 4 hours of sightseeing. I can go to something and I can see that thing. But this time I'm like, I'm just gonna chill and give myself time and not rush. Let me take a sip of water. Hello, hello. And then and then but then I arrived at the hotel, and there was some issue with my credit card, so I had to call. Luckily, for this time, this is my first time that I have issues with my credit card, but luckily I actually got like a telephone. I redeemed from my phone company, so I redeemed like an American call plan for my number. So luckily, I could call the credit card company. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do. And I went back and forth, and basically, like, I did everything they want me to do, but then I still like got like credit card problems. So, but afterwards, they fixed it for me, and so I was good to go. And then I went to my room. Like, I got checked in early. It was a hostel, so I guess it doesn't matter when people check in, because there's always people in a room anyways. I feel like, or I guess they have to make the bed still, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. And then so I just arrived in my room. I just put down my stuff, and then so I met my roommate, and she was like this 76-year-old black woman, and she has the coolest backstory. So she was like telling me about like info of all the everyone in the hostel. Like she's like, the NPC. She's like, welcome to the hostel room. We are roommates here. We are, this is blah 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 from blah blah blah. She is in microbiology, and then the da 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 from da da da. She is like a, I don't remember what the other person is from, but then she's like, oh, I'm let's give her a name. I don't know what alias should I give her. I am I don't know. Amanda. Okay, I'm Amanda, and then I have a license in law. I have a degree in law and I worked as a nurse. And then I was like, what? All these cool people. And I'm like, I can't even tell people that, like, I don't know, like I'm a streamer, I'm a YouTuber, or like I'm just not having a proper job. I don't know. Like, so I was like, wow, all these cool people. That's real panic moment when your money suddenly stops working. I know, and because they won't take cash, and they won't. I don't have other credit cards on me because I'm like it's too bulky, and I might lose them. And then they won't take tap, you know. So it was pretty scary. Like if so, that's why like my banks like did it for me because like I would be sleeping on the streets, you know, like if they don't, you know, I mean, like I think maybe ultimately I can ask Jacob for help, but I don't want to bother people, especially that's the first time I meet him, right? Yes, the hotel quest giver NPC. Estelle? Okay, Estelle is a good name. So Estelle. So Estelle was in army for over 40 years. And I'm like, and then I think like I didn't remember it until I put it down on my journal, and now I look back, I'm like, oh, makes sense. She's so timely and she's so strong, even though she's 76 years old, and she's very smart. Like she's better than my mom in technology, and my mom is like a lot younger than her, you know. And so she was raised by grandparents. I think she doesn't have parents, and her grandparents are born in the 1880s. So you know how like I think it's very crazy, you know how we always think that oh, you know, the 19th century is so far, but there are people who have met someone who is from the 1880s, you know. So that's why like you cannot cover up history because someone is bound to remember. And then she also spent her younger years working on the farms. She actually worked in like a cotton farm, you know. It's like I think it's like very like, you know, like shocking because there's always like you see on the internet people make jokes about like black people and cotton farm, but now you actually know someone who's like a black person who used to work in one. And I feel like, you know, it's just so real and it doesn't feel like a joke anymore, you know, or like a stereotype anymore. And then so her makeup was really pretty. Like she's I don't know, man. Like cuz my mom doesn't put on makeup, so I'm not used to seeing like older people put on makeup, especially where I'm from. I think like they don't put on makeup there, so I was like, "Wow, your makeup is so nice." And she's also very sharp, and she's very funny as well. But you'll see like her character is very like deep, you know. She is a very round character. So like she has her moments where she's like very like considerate and like very thoughtful, but then she's also unfiltered at times. So I was just very wowed by this person, okay? And then so I was just waiting, like taking my time. So I think it took me an hour-ish or two to fix the credit card problem. So I got in and then I started doing like my makeup and like sunscreen and stuff. I just took my time, right? And then so we were just chatting as we were like, and then she showed me photos of her parents, and then just like that. And then and then and then Jacob texts me like, "Oh, I'm gonna be late. Like, there's like." And then so I think he's gonna be like 11:30, but then he pushed it later because there's traffic, and then he was late for like I think around an hour-ish or something. So when he was like finally there, like I just head out of my room, right? She lived a fuller life than most people. Yes, she did. So when we were like, so when I was heading out, she also head out. I think she was just waiting for me because she likes, like, moving with people, so we just took the elevator together to the lobby, and then Jacob's car was waiting outside, right? Also, Jacob, okay, told me that, oh, your neighborhood is kind of like dangerous. You should be careful. And I'm like, what? I thought it looked like Toronto. That's so rude. Is Toronto dangerous neighborhood for you? I was like, wow, wow, okay, bougie. Bougie person from LA. Okay, I think like it looked fine to me, okay? It just reminded me of my home. But anyways, Estelle. Estelle, she is my first time meeting Jacob, and Estelle has no idea who Jacob is. She just went straight to Jacob's car, and she was talking to Jacob. So Jacob has to like roll down his window, and she's like, "Finally, you are here. It took you so long. What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, Estelle!" Like basically, Estelle met Jacob before I met Jacob. It was. I'm like, wow. And like, imagine just some random guy coming up to your car and be like, "Finally, you roll down the window. Finally, you're here." You know, it's so funny. I think it was very funny for me. I'm not sure if it was funny for Jacob because he looked a little bit scared. But I mean, it's a she's a character. She's a character. So after that, I think I don't know. Like I was not like very familiar with like Estelle, so she just like head off her way. Like apparently she only walk around the area, so I'm just like okay. And then so the first thing I wanted to go to is this Harper Kristen store. So Harper Kristen is like a contact lenses brand, and basically their contact lenses are not my favorite. They're okay, but they are like they basically like one of my favorite Korean idols. Or I mean, she's the my favorite Korean idols. There's no one of. She is like the ambassador for the brand. So basically, I just came here for this billboard. Okay. Hello Mookie, hello, welcome. And then the whole store is pink, so it's very cute. So I went inside, and they have like a lot of different color contacts. I think they're very cute, but not too much of my taste, so I didn't buy anything. And they also have makeup. Their makeup collection is actually pretty good, but like I have too much makeup, so I didn't like get any. And then after that, like we went for food, and it was in this complex where they have like a lot of different stores. So they have like the Pop Mart, but like I want to so like Say was looking for Labubus. So I wanted to get a Labubu for her, but apparently Labubu is only online. You have to buy it online and then pick up at store. So I didn't get it. And then there's also a matcha store that we got drinks from. I got the lavender drink, and Jacob got like a strawberry latte. It's a very cute store. It's like pink and green. And I think, but I still like the strawberry matcha I had in San Francisco better. I think it was really good. And on our way, I saw my favorite palm trees. But like, of course, LA people don't really think that is anything special. But I'm like, palm trees, palm trees. And then I took like a video of us driving. That was me saying palm trees. Oh my god. Oh, well, is the video? Yeah, I guess you can you guys hear? Well, I was like palm trees. But yeah. And so there was the palm trees, and yeah, and then we went to Nagi ramen. Nagi ramen, like Nagi, I think it was Nagi. And basically they had a branch like in San Jose that I wanted to at first. When I went like hang out with Sunwon, Lena, and Yumimi, I thought, oh, let's go to Nagi. But then the line is super huge. It's like an hour wait, so I'm like, okay, let's go have udon instead. But this time their nagi doesn't have any lineup, so we went there. It was okay, but I guess I'm not like big fan of ramen, so it's okay. It's okay. Nice palm trees. How popular are they that you can't just walk in to buy them? I know. I don't know why. Like, I feel like isn't that like bad for like poachers, like resellers, you know? I don't know, but I guess they don't want to cause a chaos in the store. Maybe that's why, because it will cause like problems for the shopping mall as well. And then basically, Shrek 2, The Kingdom Far Far Away is based on like Beverly Hills and LA. That's why I really wanted to see LA and Beverly Hills, because I'm like, wow, this is where Shrek had been, and Shrek is my favorite animated movie. Okay, well, the American ones, other than like the Japanese ones, I've like, I guess like Expelled from Paradise is my favorite anime one. But yeah, Shrek, is, I think it's peak funny for me. I think that's what I like. I really like shows that are like a little bit adult funny, okay? And then after that we went to Santa Monica Beach, and it's just beach, but then you see this is like the iconic GTA background there, and well, I didn't see a lot of people in the whole Beverly Hills or like Melrose area, but all the people are here at the beach, so it was pretty cool. And this exact spot was where Fubuki, so when in Holo GTA, I think Fubuki and like Subaru, they're talking here, they're chatting here, and like Subaru's like, are you okay, doctor? And the doctor's like, no, I feel well. I'm fine. I'm fine. But then, except the next day she's going to like kill like Korone and Mio. So this is the spot where they're like chatting, and like Subaru was like, I don't know, man, you're scaring me. Like, director, are you actually gonna be okay? This is the spot, so I took a picture of it. And so at the pier, there was like a lot of street performers, and then there was like one of the street performers, they're all dancers, so there's three dancers and there's one MC, and the MC was hilarious. And basically all the street performers, the dancers, they're like introducing themselves, and they're all from like Puerto Rico and like Mexico, I think. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess like like the chaos is not like over here in Santa Monica Pier. It's so peaceful. Like people are just like, just telling others, yeah, I'm from Mexico, and then so when they're collecting tips, because basically that's how they earn their money, like they quickly announce the names of people and how much they donate. So they'll be like, oh, if you donate like a bigger lump sum. So I think if you donate $1 or two, they don't say anything. But if you give like a bigger bill, they'll be like, what's your name? And then they'll be like, blah, blah, blah. Donate a blah, blah, blah. It's like reading super chat, okay? And then, so there was one guy who donated $20, and the MC was like, yo, the Mexican guy donated 20 USD. Huh? Okay, and then he's like, looking at you, white people, are you gonna step up your game? And then soon after there was like another guy who donated like 20 USD, and then they're like, what is your name? And he's like, you can call me a rich white person, rich white man. And then he's like, rich white man donated 20 USD. And then I'm like, this is like peaceful world. I'm so happy. And then there's one person that donated $45. And then it's a kid. And then they're like, what's your name? And the kid is like, I'm a kid with a job. And then I'm like, okay, maybe the world is not that peaceful anyways. Maybe like, I don't know, man. Is child labor illegal? How is that kid having a job? But yeah, so it was fun. I think for me, because I'm not like a very dancing singing person, so the most like fascinating was the MC because he's like so quick with it, so quick, so fast, you know. So yeah, so there's that, and then we also went to Venice Beach. Like at first I wanted to walk there, but apparently it's like a 40 minutes walk. So we took like a trip there. And then it's really nice. And then it's where they filmed the Barbie movie. Like a little bit of the Barbie movie. So there's like a lot of people rollerblading. And then there's a lot of stores on one side. I think it was pretty interesting and fun place, but because the time I went, like most of the stuff are closed, like almost closing, so we just left. And then Jacob dropped me off. Okay, this is the video. Jacob dropped me off at the Urban Lights because that's the last thing I want to see for the day, and it was kind of in the area. And then he went home, but then I really wanted to pee, so I had to look around. I've never felt such like big crisis during a trip like in my life. I really need to pee, and then I was like, I almost thought of like, what if I pee on a grass, you know? And then like I have to go to this bathroom. Okay, I guess this is my GTA mission. I'm like, I have to go to this bathroom, but then their bathroom, it was like, because I asked the security guards, and they're like, well, you can try the museum. But then another guard was like, oh, that museum was closed because there's an art museum behind this Urban Lights, right? And then they're like, oh, there's also like a pub where there's like bathroom, and then there's a McDonald's. But then I look up, like both of them seem so far. It's like 10 minutes walk, but I really had to go, so I went, and I went there. You know, they're like, oh, it's a bathroom for customers only. So I was trying to like wait for a seat and just, you know, like get a table, but then nobody came. So I really had to go. So I just rushed into the bathroom and I left. So that was the side quest I did, the GTA side quest I did. And I came back and I took more photos. And there was like, so when I went there, it was like this. It's pretty. But then when I came back, it was already night. But it wasn't that, like, I only spent like, I don't know, like, I guess back and forth it was around 20 minutes, and then I had to pee, so maybe it's like within half an hour it became like darker. And then it's cool. I think it's a pretty installation. And a couple, I think like they're from Korea. I was like, can you help me take pictures? And then they helped me take really nice pictures. And then at night, so I had to take a bus home. I had to take like, yes, it's pretty, right? Hello, welcome Jacob. Follow me is Jacob. Let me shout out for Jacob. So at night, like I have to take like a bus home. It's an hour. Oop, I missed. Yes, you missed. Okay, let me write that down. 에또네. And then so the bus ride was like only one bus ride. So it was actually not bad. It was like 15 minutes, I think. And then so I just took a bus ride, and then there are like two like mentally unwell looking people. So like they're talking to themselves, talking to the air. And then like there's one lady with a lot of bags, and then she sat next to me. And then I was like, oh no, you know what like I'm kind of worried. And then like midway she moved away. Maybe she thinks that I'm a crazy person too. Maybe she's like, oh no, this girl looks yabai, gotta move. So sometimes I always feel like when I'm worried about other people, maybe other people worried about me too. Yeah, it's not an hour, it's like 50 minutes, but that's basically the amount of like public transit time you need anywhere you go in LA, because LA is big. And I think their buses already like more like their like public transit is already better than Toronto, but it's just that big. But I don't mind it. It was actually pretty nice, and maybe my aura was enough to like scare away like people, so no one wants to sit next to me. Okay, and so this is like a burrito I got from a Mexican food truck. It was 13 USD, so it was very crazy. And then well, normally it would like I don't know, like I wouldn't bring up like the price of the food because it's just traveling. I can't. There's nothing I can do. But then, so there's this homeless lady. She went up to me and she's like, "Can I have some food?" And then I'm like, I wanted to get her another burrito, but like it's 13 USD. So I'm like, you know what? Like my burrito is going to arrive. Like they're making my burrito right now. I'll give you half. So I give her half of the burrito, and so because I couldn't afford, it's so expensive. Like it's food truck, and it's 30 USD. It's crazy, and it's for burrito, but it's pretty big burrito. So I think it was enough, and it was pretty warm and hot. But yeah, like if it's normal price, I'll probably have like bought like an individual one for them. And then so I just went back to the hotel, and then it was like a very fruitful day, okay? I think I did a lot. And then when I sleep, I think because I put my talisman too close to my head or too close to my feet, I had like crazy uh Lovecraftian type of nightmares. Like I can't even tell you what happened. It's just I felt like I was being attacked the whole time. So I had to wake up and not fall back to sleep because I know the moment I close my eyes, it's all gonna happen again. So I just woke up early, and but yeah, and I just learned to not do that because it actually happened to me once before. And so I put both talisman. I have two. I put both talisman right above my head on top of my headboard, and I dreamt of two crazy Lovecraftian looking thing attacking me from both sides. But this time it's only from one side. It's on my right shoulder where the talisman is. Okay. But well, I thought it was okay because it was closer to my feet. It was not that close as as it was the last time I fucked up. But well, the next night I put them like on the chair in the room, and it was okay. Where do you usually put the talisman? Usually I keep them in my bag because I take them everywhere I go, and I hang my bags on like in my closet, and my hooks on the wall. So it's pretty far, but this time I put it in the same vicinity, I guess, like same box, because it's like a upper bunker bed, and yeah, it was in my bag. I just put my bag there because I don't want to take up too much like shared space. So yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But it was crazy. I'm like, wow, I'm seeing a lot of things. I feel like if I keep seeing it, at some point I'll be very good at art, very creative, but I also can't bear to see it. So that was the first night. That was the first day. And then the next day, I woke up, I saw my roommate sleeping. Like, so there was a new roommate. The microbiologist moved out. So there was this teacher from China, and she's taking like a 2 month trip around America, like everywhere. And but because she's taking such a long trip, sometimes she'll just stay in bed, okay? And so I was the only one awake, and I head out. I'm like, can't waste time. Gotta complete my military style training, okay? So I went to last bookstore. So I don't know what's so famous about it, but it's like pretty close by to my hostel. So I was like, might as well walk there because it's walkable distance. And then it wasn't open when I was there because I was like a few minutes early. So I was looking for the entrance. So I asked these guys who are like cleaning the streets, and then the guy is like, "Oh, like where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Canada and stuff." And then he was like, "Oh, so you're looking for the bookstores? That is the door over there, but they're gonna open in like in a few minutes." And then he's like, "Do you know the bookstore is haunted?" And I'm like, "What? I don't need to know that." But he's like, "So there are two ghosts. They're haunted by two ghosts. The first ghost is a guy that was like a cleaner of the building, because that bookstore is like at the first floor of a building, and then he was cleaning the elevator and then he fell to his death. And then he's like, 'Have a nice day.' And then I'm like, 'What about the second ghost? What about the fucking second ghost? Come back!' But he was just like, 'Yeah, have a nice trip.' Like, I think he's just genuinely friendly and he really wants to tell me that there's a ghost. So I went in and I'm like, this place looks haunted. And wait, I need to find, like, okay, I didn't take pictures of any cursed looking thing in there, but it's actually very cursed. They have a lot of like dolls, like ugly, like scary looking dolls, and they have a lot of cross, and they have a lot of like voodoo, like Crow, Edgar Allan Poe stuff. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure like that guy was telling me that it's haunted just because that's the vibes of the store and they want people to believe in that, you know? So yeah, so there's that. And then I want to show you this picture. I didn't put it uh in my folder, but it's actually funny. So there's like a few like artist stores there on the second floor, but then there's also a lot of scary stuff. So I was like, I was actually scared, especially what happened in the morning. So I'm like, man. But then I remembered it's probably because of where I put the talisman, so I put it elsewhere. Let me find the picture. 또 나. So they have like a lot of, and then the artist store, they're selling their own paintings, and the paintings, one of the exhibition was like a lot of hearts, and there are all different types of bloody hearts, and there's one that is like scary, like faces and stuff. So I'm like, man, I didn't stay there for long because apparently it's also secondhand book stuff, and I don't buy secondhand stuff anymore because just in case of my luck, I'm gonna get something that is haunted, okay? And yeah, so I didn't do that, but let me show you. どこ見るの? Okay, so here. Can I put it here? What? Okay, so this is one of the like stuff that they're selling in the top like artist store, and basically there are notebooks, and it says obsessive list, and then the creative ramblings of a restless mind, and they're actually designed by a couple, root haikus. But I thought there would be root haikus, so I open it, but it's just notebook. The algorithm can't find me here. Jittery scribbling of an overly caffeinated introvert. I think this is so funny. Ah man, I should have bought like some as like souvenirs. It's very funny. Analog memory backup, which is also funny. I think maybe I should keep my diaries analog too, because if I lost them. And then there's one page, cross out line, cross out word at a time. And there's business, bullshit. And then there is something, I don't know, dope rhymes, obsessive list, thumbnail sketches, and bad math, and half-assed ideas. I think the half-assed ideas is pretty good. Like for a notebook, cause like that's that's everything I write in notebooks. And then there's this one. This one is the other one. Basically that's the whole shelf. And then there's one that says womankind world domination action planner. I think this is very funny to like just carry it and walk around with. And then this planner allows me to feel some sort of control over my life. I feel like this is also gonna be funny and people are gonna talk to you because of that. Hello Eric, welcome, welcome. We're talking about my trip in LA, and these are stuff that I found in a bookstore called The Last Bookstore. And then idea dump, pig Latin profanities, schemes. Schemes is also funny. It's so ambiguous. Psychiatric evaluations of my dog. And then there's passwords my mom could guess. There's diary of a plant killer. Piece together recollections of drunken escapades. Mostly just whining. Mostly just whining could be like the title of my diaries too. Ingenious ideas courtesy of cannabis. And then office weirdos autograph book. Imagine you ask your like colleagues to sign that. Post-pandemic playbook. This is pretty cool. Like they made it like according to the time too. Reflections on a world gone. Bad guano cray cray. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Like these are like notebook titles that would like be a good like conversation starters if you just walk around with it. And then after that, I walk to the Angel Flights. It's basically like the shortest rail in America, I think. And it basically goes upstairs because like LA still have a lot of hills and mountains, so it's just like a way to access. And I actually went in, so basically you pay at the top, so you can go in for free as long as you come back out. And well, unless it closes the door on you, then you're trapped and you're forced to pay. And then this is like the Central Market. The Central Market, I had beef taco here, and this is the best. Well, I haven't had a lot of experience of taco, but it was so good. But I didn't ask for sauce, so I was like I feel like maybe it would be more authentic if I asked for the sauce, but they said that it's spicy, so I don't want to risk it. But now that I think about it, maybe it's just not. It's just a little bit spicy, you know. So yeah, it was so good. It's beef cheek tacos. There's actually like a few taco places in that place, and there's also egg slut in that Central Market. Like it's called Grand Central Market, but it's just like a food court. And but it's so good. I missed it. I really wanted to get it, but I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I was not thinking properly. Hello to welcome to. How are you? We're on the second day of my LA trip, and yeah, I don't know, like I think this is like very unforgettable flavor. The beef cheeks is so soft, and then it's so juicy. I know now I really want to know like what does it how does it taste of the Mexican sauce, you know. And the lady is like Mexican too, so I know it's gonna be authentic because they're Chinese place. The owner there, they don't look Chinese, so we'll see, we'll see. Gonna lurk a little while I eat and vibe. Okay, okay, enjoy your food. And then there is there's this Thai place that I bought a mango no, a mango sticky rice and Thai IC. I think they're good because I always like mango stuff, and also I like Thai IC. But I think it tastes like the ones I can have in Toronto. But that taco was really good. The taco was the best. I'm still thinking about it. And so they have like three tacos. So they have one taco on the side and one more taco underneath the taco. So basically I pick up the first one, I eat, and then the ingredients, the meats will fall to the second patty, second taco, and then I'll pick it up again, I'll eat, and then it'll fall to the third patty taco, and then I'll eat it again. So it's very good. It's very good. And then, oh, Doggo Woof Woof. Where does it come from? Hello, Aki Senpai. Welcome. Yaho. Wait, I need to add Naoki Senpai to the list too. And they have like a lot of different, and then they have juice bar. I really like, have I told you that my favorite drink is a freshly squeezed orange juice that is actually fresh, instead of like, you know, if I see it, it has to be like, I have to see it from the machine, otherwise it doesn't count, you know. So there's that. But I didn't, well, when I was there in the morning, like I went there again, but it didn't open, so I didn't get to try it. But it was very pricey too, okay? It was like €1, €2 for like a huge bottle, you know, in like Finland, but I think that was like 6, 7, 8, $9. Base orange enjoyers. And then after this, I walked to Little Tokyo, and at Little Tokyo, I actually saw like oh, I want to show you guys this too. I got like a Nikkei. Hold on. I wandered into one of the stores, and then I found that they're doing a Nikkei gacha, and I wanted they have a made soda one. I wanted the soda one, but I was like, oh, either the cat ears, the made soda, and this girl that is pink. So I got this girl that is pink, which is pretty cute. She's on my shelf right now, on top. And then this is Beard Papa. So Beard Papa is my obsession. It's like my favorite cream puff, and they are actually doing a collab with Census Zone Zero. So I was like, wow, that's so cool. Except like I don't play it, so I don't know who they are. But I really like Beer Papas, okay? And but I only like it 10 years ago. That was the flavor that I like. I had it, and I used to like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just grew up like, I don't know, was maybe I was poor or something. And then but then I went to school, and there's, you know, you can have snack time in school, right? Because when I was primary school, the school was only half a day. So I go home around like 12ish something. So I basically was only at school for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know if it's like normal for schools here, but we have like a school system like that. I think only 4 hours. Like the teachers, they'll teach like two different like waves of kids. The one, there will be the morning kids, and will be the evening kids, like the night kids that wakes up late, and then they go to class until like 5, 6 p.m. But then they'll miss the cartoons on the anime. Actually, they'll miss the anime on TV when they get home around like 5 or 6. So I prefer doing it in the morning so that I can go home and watch like anime. And also maybe that's why I'm a morning person. Sometimes recipe change. Yes, I think they changed it. So basically so I think like 10 years ago, not even 10 years ago, you know, like a long time ago, okay? It was like, and then my friend, she's very rich, and then she brought her snacks with her in a recess time, and she shared some with me, and then I ate it, and it was the best thing ever. But I think like my parents, I don't know where she got it, but then my parents would never get it. But then I think there was once I went to the Japanese grocery stores with her in the shopping mall, and I think she got me one, and it was the best flavor. It was like the beer powder flavor original, and eventually as I grow up, it tastes less and less good. So now the flavor is just disappointing. I even had it in Japan because it comes from Japan, but I feel like it's not the same. it's not the same anymore. I don't know what changed. Maybe, to be honest, maybe my flavor, my taste buds also changed. Because apparently kids can taste like sweetness better. So maybe that's why it was so good. Maybe I should like, I don't know. I don't know. Try doing weed, okay? Before I eat them. But yes, this, even though they taste bad now, but like, well, they don't taste as good now, but I always have the hope that maybe in a new country they will have the same recipe, and that's why I always try them everywhere I go, everywhere I see them. Like Osaka, I'll try it, you know, Tokyo, I'll try it, even though they're both in Japan, but they're different cities. So maybe what if like one store kept the right recipe, you know? I could eat like 10 cream puffs and be fine. I see, I see. I've never had like that much in a go before, but it's really good. And but yeah, they're really good. And they're now doing a collab. But this mall is very empty actually. It's inside Little Tokyo. There's a lot of like anime stores. There's even a Sanrio store there. But I'm like, I don't know, like whenever I'm traveling, I don't buy a lot of stuff unless it's very, very special, I guess. So I took a picture of it, and I even took a picture of the cream puffs, but I don't have it here. And look at him! Look at him! He's the OG beer papa, beer papa. Look at him. And he's like, they have like mango cream. They have different stuff, but I always only try the original cookie cream puff. I don't really try the other flavors. But yes, that's my love for. I wish petition for them to bring back the original. And then I went to Daiso. The Daiso here is very expensive. It's like 225 USD for one, but their shit is so much prettier than what we have in Canada. Look at this. Like, there's so many things I wanted to buy, but I have to put them back. Look at them. These are so cute. Look at these. Like, look at these. Cream soda Cinnamoro. This is like exactly what I want, you know? Like, and then there's a lot of like Cinnamoro stuff, and then baby Cinnamoro. I want the baby. Wait, you guys can't see it. Hold on. How do I move this? Oh, baby Cinnamoro. Like so cute. And then there's 𝐒𝐸𝐿 Cinnamoro, and Melody and Kuromi, and then there's like these boxes. These like, and I like buying them because I really like packaging my gifts to make it look very cute, because I think that's the ceremonial like feeling of it, you know? It's like a ritual when you thank you so much. Wow, there's both. I don't know what happened, but thank you so much. Hold on, hold on. Okay, well, double. Thank you. Oh, wait. Okay, thank you for the Paparino Wolf. Hello, Mini Eye there. Welcome, welcome. But yes, cute papa. And then there's like all these stickers. Like, I like buying them because, you know, I like the ritual feeling of opening a gift. And so that's why I put a lot of like ribbons and stuff on it. And then there's a lot of stickers. There's like this 50th anniversary Hello Kitty celebration design. I got a lot of things from here. And then these ones are so cute. And then yeah, I have to put down some of them. Yeah, because I know I can't like use them all. And then these are stickers for your belongings. You can write your name on it. Just so cute, so cute. So I spent a lot of money there. And then after that, it was like I took the subway back. People kept telling me that the subway is scary. The subway is not scary, okay? I liked it. And then we went back to the hotel, and then so there's a pool at the hotel. There's a bar there, but I'm not sure if I have to buy stuff from the bar, but I didn't, so I just lied down, like harassing people. Wait, I'm not moving. Hello, hello, hello. Well, and then there was a weird guy who is um like harassing girls. So I was not sure if like people wanted to talk to him, cuz like I don't know, what if like some people actually enjoyed like random people talking to them, cuz I know some people do. And then I don't know if actually they do, but they don't, they're not like annoyed. So I was observing, and then there was like a group of Icelandic girls who was like protecting that girl that was harassed, and there was a couple that was protecting the same girl. So they just tried to ask her, "Oh, hey, your bag is so cute. Where'd you get it from?" And then the Icelandic girls are like, "Dude, oh wait, you just now you said you want to hang out. You don't want to go like to the pool right now, you know?" And I'm like, "Oh, they're protecting her." And I was like, "It's," and then I was like, "Okay, so that's like a unfavorable guy." So when it happened to the next girl, I tried to like help that girl too. I was like, like, do you want to sit next to me instead? Because that girl accidentally sat on his chair because he was walking around harassing people. And then, and then she turns out she was like 18 years old. And then she was like, "Thank you. Can you buy me an alcohol drink?" And I'm like, "What? No, you're not of age to drink." And then she's like, "No, I'm like, I drink all the time. Just give me a drink." And then I'm like, "I'm not comfortable doing that. Like, I would be more comfortable if I were like staying the whole time with you, but I'm gonna leave soon." So, and then she's like, "Oh no, please just get me a drink." And then I'm like, "Well, I don't have my ID anyways, so I can't get you a drink." And then I left. I don't know, I hope like nobody buys her drink or something. That would be scary. And there's a pool too, so it could be dangerous. So that was like a little something, and there's like people sunbathing, and then at 4 p.m., like the tall building next to the pool kind of blocks the whole like sun. So like most of the people like are squeezed into like half of their pool. And then so I was like, and then I went back to my room to take a shower, and then when I was back, both my roommates were sleeping. So the teacher and Estelle, they were both sleeping. So I was just being very quiet, and now showering. And then and then my next goal is to head out to Griffith, I think, observatory, right? And then as I was waiting for the bus, I heard a voice. It's like, "Hey, I recognize your shoes." And then I turn around. It's Estelle. And then I'm like, "Wow, hi Estelle." And then she's like, "Where are you going?" And then I'm like, "I'm going to observatory." And then I'm like, "What are you going?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna look like around and see things, like because apparently she is afraid of taking the public transit." Because I did ask her that, like, "Do you want to take the public transit?" Because I told her that I'm going to take the public transit, and she's like, "I don't know, man. I don't take public transits in like other countries. It's scary in other like states." She's from Texas. She's like, "I don't take public. It's scary." And I'm like, "Okay." But then so and then she's like, and then we're talking, and I'm like, "Oh, my bus came. I'm gonna get on the bus now. See you." And then I got on the bus, and a few seconds later, she followed me, and then she's like, "I'm just gonna see where this bus takes me, and then I'll just take the bus back." And then I'm like, "Okay, you do you, right?" But I was like, I don't know. I wasn't sure, like, like to ask her to come with me. I didn't offer because I'm not sure if she's going to be okay taking like over an hour, because that's how long it takes to get to the observatory, and then it's gonna be late when we leave, and then we have to take hour like bus ride back. So I didn't really ask her, but then she kept hinting at me, okay? She's like, okay, where does this bus go to? I think, well, I mean, it goes to the like foot of the Hollywood Hill. So maybe you can see Beverly Hills and stuff. I wasn't sure, but it was in the area. And then she's like, and I showed her how to do like Google Maps. And then she was looking, and she's like, okay, I want to go to this place. And then she's like, you're going to this place too, right? Wink, this is where you're going to, right? Wink, wink. But then I didn't get it at first. I was like, no, I'm going to the observatory. And she's like, no, this is just me like hinting at you to go come with me. But then I really want to go to the observatory. But then when our bus, so I have to take 3 buses to get to the observatory. That's why I didn't want to take her around, and she told me that she doesn't like buses, so I didn't want to force her. But then when our like at the end of our first bus, I thought like this is where she's going to, like we're going to part ways, right? So that she can see like what's in the area. But then I look at it, it doesn't look like, even though it's close to like Beverly Hills, it does not look like Beverly Hills at all. So probably it's like not that in the area. So, and then I was like, okay, do you want to come to observatory with me? And she's like, yeah. And then we actually went together. And yeah, so she came with me, and then we just have impromptu traveling together. I mean, I'm used to 13-year-old drinking in my country, so no news for me. That doesn't mean I think it's right though. I see. I mean, I don't want to like break the law, and I'm not supervising her too. Like, what if like something happened to her? I'll feel very bad. Because what if like, and I don't know how like much she can drink. If if like they start drinking at 13 years old, they probably would know how much they can drink early. But I don't know how much this girl drink. And what if like I got her one cocktail and like she's drunk and she fell into the pool, or like some people like do crazy shit at her. So that's why I didn't want to do it. Hello, Kay. Kay, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the bork. And so I went with this girl. Well, with this 76-year-old Estelle. And she walks pretty fast. Like, I think, well, she's still slower than me because I'm also military style. But like, she's very swift, and she's also very fit as well. And we basically took 3 buses. And we went to the observatory, and then we line up like for this is the Hollywood sign. It was pretty hazy, I don't know why, but that was a Hollywood sign. And then we line up for this telescope, and basically in the telescope you can see a star that is 37 times bigger than the sun. So basically, apparently, at the end of the sun's life, of the star's life, it would keep expanding, and that's why it's so big and so bright. And then yeah, and then that's, I guess people are observing it to know what would the sun be like at the very end of its life. But of course I don't think we were gonna live to see it, and then, but yeah, it's a very huge telescope. And then Estelle, shoot, there was this one guy who's not in the photo, like explaining. He's probably like who works there and he's like knowledgeable, astronomist or something. And then she's like, he's kind of cute, and I'm like, no, stop, Estelle, because like Estelle is talking to a man. She showed me on her phone. She's like, look at this man. Like, he sent me such long passages, and he's so lovey-dovey. Like, he cares about we call every day, And then he's such a, like, cool guy. And then I look at the pictures. It looks kind of AI generated. And then she's like, oh, thank you for the big boy pork bihang. And then she's like, oh, and then he has a daughter. She's in boarding school. And this morning he asked if I could be his daughter's stepmother, and I'm like, I need a moment. And I'm like, how long have you guys known each other? And she's like, and she's never met this guy, okay? She's like, well, we met online a month ago. And I'm like, And then she's like, yeah, I know. I think he's crazy for me. And then I'm like, no, like, I think you should like show your son and like see if he approves him or not, you know, because you know your son wants to know too. And what if like he's a fraud, you know? And she's like, no, Taiga, I think you should believe more in the kindness of people. And I'm like, I don't know. I hope her stuff are well, okay? I hope everything goes well to her because she looks pretty upset, so I didn't continue to say. I hope her son picks it up because her son does call her every day. So hopefully one day she told him about that guy, okay? In my opinion, not everyone is my mom, so I always have the expectation these kids will turn into addicts before 30. No, no. You know, like, we don't want kids to turn into addicts. Who's gonna take care of us when we're old? Proposing to someone you never met is crazy. I know! Ugh. It's a very red flag. But I don't know. I don't know if, like, these type of scams exist, like, in, the English speaking sphere. So I don't know. And then this is a video. So basically we're looking through like what is it called? Camera obscura. You know how okay, so a camera obscura means like a dark room. And this is the first like technology there is to look at the sun and like look at the sky, like observe the sky. And the word we use today for cameras, it actually comes from camera obscura. So that's why camera has our cameras now, but actually camera and like back in like I think it's in I don't know, like it's in Latin or something. Camera obscura. I learned all this at the observatory, by the way. It's the Latin name means dark chamber, so a dark chamber, and I think the camera means chamber. So when we say, "Oh, look at my camera these days," it actually just means chamber, but it comes from like this because I use like a similar technology because it's like a similar technology in our eyes, okay? Like how light reflects in on our like eye, like I don't know, like retina or something, and then how our brain interpretate the image, and then how camera works basically. So yes, so basically I took like a time skip of the sun slowly setting through this camera obscura, and so there are people like pointing at it, and then I think at some point there was like a helicopter. It looked like a fly. And basically it slowly, and then it gets more orange and also like a little bit like diffused because of like how like the haze and all, it also looks bigger because because of optical illusion. Okay, and then did you see the flash in the end? There was some guy who took an image, took a picture with flash on, and that like ruined everyone's last moment of sun because we were trying to observe the green flash, but that guy has to like flash, and then we are all like, ah, no. And that guy was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. It's actually funny. Now we have to wait 24 hours to see the same thing. And then at the we're looking down from the observatory, and then it was like the other side, and then Estelle was like, so which house are you gonna buy? And then I'm like, this one, it looks big and flat. That's my criteria of choosing a house. But I was not sure. She asked it to abruptly, so I was like, maybe that one. But she's funny. I wish I'm that funny. I feel like she could be like a better VTuber than me, cause she's funnier. And then this is one of the food we ordered. She bought me dinner. She's like, oh, let me buy you dinner because this is so fun. Like, if I weren't traveling with you, I probably wouldn't see cool beatings like this. Because I think, because she doesn't take public transit, so there's a limit number of places she could go to. So I guess she's like, oh wow, finally I can see like touristy stuff, right? And then so on our way back, because she bought me food, I'm like, okay, I'll buy us Uber to head back. And Uber back was 18 minutes, okay? So I guess that saves us a lot of time. So she went back, she didn't remove her makeup, and she fell asleep right away. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna remove my makeup. I'm too tired. I'm just gonna lie in my bed and lie flat. And she also didn't remove her makeup on Monday too. And she was telling me, wait, you should remove your makeup. Don't be like me. And I'm like, I'm not like you. I actually do clean my face, okay? But I do understand. I feel like that's very girly of her. I'm like, aw, that's so cute. It feels like, you know, when I was like younger and like I go out late at night and I'm like, I don't want to remove makeup anymore and I sleep. So what do they do when traveling? Rent a car? I think she Ubers or she walks around. So I think she just wants to see the vibes of the city, you know? So she's not like a big planner like me. Because I'm like, I need to see this, I need to see that. But for her, it's like, I'm just gonna see what LA is like, you know? So yeah, so there's that. And then the next day, also like she was like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? And I told her that I'm going to the museum and then maybe the Grand Central Market because I want to take buy the taco again. And then yeah, and then so she's like, can I come with you? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then so we go together. So before, like last time when I went to the Grand Central Market, I actually walked there, but this time with her I actually took the bus there. And then so I just tried to figure out like the bus route for her. And then I told her, but I have to go to the Long Beach like at a specific time. Like I have to leave around 12 because I booked like timed tickets for aquarium. So I have to leave, but we can spend our morning together. And she's like, oh, okay. I feel like she really wants to like hang out with me and not think about where to travel, but you know, I need to go. So we went to the Broad Museum. I think one great thing is that the museums I've been to, like so far, the observatory, the Broad Museum, they're free. So I think it's very nice. And then we just went there, and then we saw like balloons, sculptures, and then this is like, it's like a modern type of art. The right people, those other people. And then there's also another balloon sculpture. It's really cool. And then the most famous most famous art piece there is an art installation called by Yayoi Kusama. Yayoi Kusama. You know, Kusa. You know, when people say Kusa, you know, Yayoi Kusama. So it's called the Infinity Mirrors. I think they have one in Ontario Art Gallery of Ontario too. The Broad. But there's one in the Broad, and this is what it looks like. But there's no way I won't dox myself. Oh, if I hold on, this is the wrong. There's no way I won't dox myself. Let me copy image and can I do it like this? Like this. Oh, this is a URL. How do I send the picture? But yeah, because it's all mirror, it's a room full of mirror. That's why it's hard to not dox myself but show the room at the same time. So let's see. Open image in new tab. Okay, like this. Okay. Well, I guess. Okay, I'll look for it. I'll show you guys. 𝐒𝐤𝐢 sama the broad. Okay. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's like an infinity mirror. The souls of millions of light years away. It's really cool. And then they have a smaller one that you can look through the hole into the thing, and that one you have to line up to. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Let me see if this person's work. Aquarium, yes. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So there's that, and then there's this big chairs and big tables, and basically the person wants to create the nostalgia, like of when you're a kid and you're walking under your family house table and chair. And I do felt that way, like when I walked in. It was pretty cool. And then and from Little Tokyo I got matcha powder, but apparently for Jacob, because he was like hosting me, well, he was driving me around, right? But then apparently it contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects. So I took a picture of that. I'm like, should I give it to him? But then, and then after the Broad Museum, I think she was like, Estelle, she was very worried about like me changing my plans for her, even though she wants to travel with me. So she kept asking me, oh, are you rushing because of me? She didn't ask it directly. She was like, oh, is this what your plan? You know, is that like, oh, why is it so rushed? But then I told her that's because the Broad Museum opens at 11 a.m. That's the only time that I could go anyways. So it's not, it's just because it opens late. So we're totally on time. This is according to my plan. But like, she has moments like this. She seems very carefree, but she also worries about that. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to worry about it. And then giant size. In California, everything causes cancer. That's fair. And then finally, I have to say bye to her after going to that yayoi room, souls of million light years away. And I kept hugging her, and it's just like, invite me to your wedding. And I'm like, I don't know, like, I feel like that's why I'm not a good VTuber, because I can't answer questions like this. She's like, invite me to your wedding. And then I was very serious. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get married or not. And then she's like, well, yeah, I guess you don't want to marry? How about kids? And I'm like, I don't want kids. And she's like, well, my grandson also doesn't want kids. He only wants pets. And I'm like, exactly, exactly. And then, but yeah, I'm like, I should have just been like, for sure. But I don't know. I think I'm too majime in that sense. It's not your problem. It's mine. Yeah. And then, that's definitely LA, like the palm trees. And I was like, okay, well, I did check on her later in the day to make sure she actually got back, because I'm not sure how good she is with like, without Google Maps, because she, like, Google Maps is too hard. Like, I tried teaching her, but it's a little bit too complicated for her. But I did tell her that, oh, if you want to save your phone's battery, you should close your tabs. Like on Android phone, you can like one click and close all the tabs. Like, and then the next day, I saw her doing it right away, and I was so proud of her. I was like, wow, are you really 76? I told you once, and you did it. Like, close all tabs. And then, but that's also her last day in LA. So in the evening, she's going to take a train back to Texas. And so I saw her luggage. Her luggage is a huge backpack. It's basically like military backpack, except it's bigger. And then it was very heavy. And then I can't believe she's 76 years old. Like, when I look at her face, she looks like she's like 50, okay? But I guess people nowadays who are 50 also looks very young. So maybe like, I don't know, maybe 60, but absolutely not 61. No way that she's 61. And then, yeah, so there. So she's very fit, she's very sharp, she's very smart, and she's very strong. And I'm like, wow, Sasuga, like military people, you know? Like wow, she's strong. I think you don't want more pets either though. Yeah, I think like I'm good with one duck. Maybe I'll get another duck one day, but not right now. I think like one duck is enough. And then because I also travel a lot, so I don't want my pet to be sad. And then so yeah, and then we're just like, oh, like bye bye. I'll see you, I guess. Like, and then I teach her how to take the buses back, cause outside of the Broad Museum, there's one bus that goes to like the vicinity of our hotel. And then I think because she walked around the neighborhood, she kind of knows where the streets are. So that's how, that's how like so I make sure I did like at in the evening I did text her. I'm like, oh, did you make it to the train station okay? And she's like, yeah, I did, thank you for your time. Like, and I'm glad that like she enjoys the like Broad Museum, because she's like, wow, like I can show like my friends that I went to all these cool places thanks to you. Because like the like um the Broad Museum actually looks very cool outside and inside. And then there's also the Walt Disney Concert Hall next door, and it was also cool beauty. So, and then finally, I took an hour, I think an hour and 15 minutes public transit of subway to Long Beach. And I think on the way, there's like, a station for the convention center of like California, so or of LA, and that's where like the AX is happening. So like when I saw that, like the subway system, like they made a video about like telling people like to take their subway to like the AX anime expo. I was like, oh, I actually took that train too. It was so cute, and it was really nice ride. I think I was really it was there's nothing crazy at all. Okay, I don't know. Like I was probably the craziest person I met. Okay, like or except like Estelle. Okay, Estelle is pretty crazy too. Okay, but like I think it was pretty safe. Well, yeah, and then we went to, so there was a Hooters right next to the aquarium. But this is my walk from the station to the aquarium. It was pretty nice too. And like Jacob told me that, oh, it's dangerous place, it's dangerous area, and I'm like, how? I guess maybe like because Jacob is very bougie, that's why like everything is dangerous to him, you know? Because I'm like, I guess Toronto is also dangerous to him. And then there's also moon jellyfish. I actually got to touch the moon jellyfish at some point. And then there's like these, I think he is a heron, but I just think he looks very he looks very chill. That's why I took a picture of him. And then you can touch like stingrays. Maybe it's scary at night. Yeah, maybe. I usually go back to my hotel before 11, so I was okay. And then there's a tentacle. Like, look how big it is. And then there's like, but it was a little bit rushed still, because I need to catch my whale watching ferry, like whale watching ship. And I was very excited for that. So I only spent like an hour-ish, but it was not that big of an aquarium. So you can absolutely rush it, but I do think you need like 2 hours, around 2 hours, if you want to enjoy everything. I also did like, they have like a stamping station. I also did most of the stamps. And you can also touch like, you know, jellyfish or starfish. I think some people do get targeted more by unsavory characters, or they don't have the experience to be confident. That's fair. I think because yeah, because have I told you that I've been in a live shooting scenario? I've been in a live shooting scenario before, and ever since then, I'm like, nothing is like, I don't think anything would be as like scary as that, I feel like. So, and then, this is a big frog. It's huge. It doesn't look like so in a picture, but it's actually really big. And then this is the moon jellyfish. It will sting, but because the sting is so small, it doesn't affect human. So it was okay to touch them, but also we shouldn't touch them because these stuff, the four petals, they're basically their stomach, so we don't want to touch their inside. So we're advised to, well, we can only touch the top of the jellyfish. So none of these here can be touched. But when they flipped around like this one, I did touch like it slightly. Yes, I remember that day. Bullfrog? I don't know. It's a bag frog. Okay. It's cute. It has like blush. And then so that's I touched it. It feels like it feels like the edible jellyfish. So it just feels like jellyfish. And then look at this. Look at this. Wow. Okay, let's like load it for a little bit. But so, and then I went to the ship, and then I actually got like a, because I was so thirsty and hot, and I didn't have like any water, so I bought like a mango popsicle, but I didn't really know what it says on the mango popsicle, but apparently it's like the spicy mango popsicle. So they have the mango parts, but then also the spicy part. So the spicy part was like a little bit weird. And then look at how much dolphins there is. I'm glad it didn't catch the audio because it's actually very windy. But yes, look at that. It was like my dream come true. And then I think that's the moment where I start like tearing up, because like I think liking dolphins has been like my personality since primary school. For a bit, I actually also like whales, but I made one animal because I was like, like my brother likes orcas, so I felt like, okay, then I guess I would like uh dolphins, and then I'm like, but I mean, dolphins are cute, and then I finally get to see them in real life in the wild. Okay, I think it's nice to see like dolphins like shows and stuff, but I feel like they're not in the wild, so we can't like, it can't be guaranteed that like they're happy or not, right? But like I feel like, I always feel like some people, they like their jobs, so maybe some dolphins will like being in an aquarium. But yeah, so, but look at this, look at all these, there's like hundreds of them. But I wish the quality is better. Oh, there's a better quality. Look at this, dolphin noises. And then there's this one. They're very close to us. I took tons of pictures. Hold on. Okay. Like, look at them. It's if I also it also gave me the Majima moment, okay? Like, I'm like, wow, this is how it feels to be on a ship and seeing dolphins. Dun, 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 dun. Let me take a sip of water first. And then, so blue, the water is just, and but I didn't get to see any whale because I guess it takes luck to see them, but I'm already very happy that I see dolphins. And if I only see whales and not dolphins, maybe I wouldn't be that excited next time, because like I feel like dolphins are like more common. So if I see more things more rare next time, it'll feel better instead of seeing the rare stuff first. And then after that, Jacob came by after work, and then we went to In and Out because I have a friend. She really likes In and Out, and she's like, the animal fries is so good, and then I got it, and it doesn't taste like potatoes at all. I don't know, like this McDonald's fries, I feel like they taste more like potatoes. They taste more like food. But like the potatoes in the fries, in the In-N-Out fries, they don't taste like food at all. They taste like cardboard boxes. But the burger was pretty good. But it's just a burger. So yeah, I guess the burger was good if you're very hungry. And that's that. And then let me show you what's the stuff I bought from the Daiso. So that was the last thing I did in and Out. And then Jacob and I went to the bar on top of my hostel to have a drink, and then we chat, we have like deep talk, and then he went home, and then I went to pack my suitcases, and then the next morning I head to the airport. So that was it. And so the flight I had, I think I'm usually very scared of flights because I had a very bad like Cuban like flight before. So I was flying to Cuba, and it free falled. The plane basically free falled for like a few seconds, and I was like, I think that traumatized me. Like it was a few years back, and then I think like it took me a lot of different attempts to solve, like I would call that a trauma like that. So I feel like if it took so much time and effort to solve one trauma like that, imagine people who went like trauma that was like years and years of their lives, you know? For me, that was only like less than 5 seconds, you know? But like for them, it's like years of trauma. So I feel like, you know, it's very hard to like heal fully, but we can always try our best. But so the things I've tried include taking like weed gummies before flying. I think that's one of my first try, because I'm like, it relaxes me. It's not like CBD. I think it's THC that relaxes me. And then there's also like I try to read a lot of facts about flying so that I know that actually driving is more dangerous than flying, because there's actually a higher chance that you will get into a car crash than like a plane accident. And then I tried like eating like gravel, which is like a nausea like pill. I tried melatonin, like so that I will hopefully put me to sleep. But melatonin didn't work for me because I was so stressed. Also, like even the THC gummies didn't work because, well, it worked. So that guy was like, how long is your flight? And I'm like, 2 hours, 4 hours. And he's like, okay, one of these gummies would put you to sleep for 2 hours. So I took one, and then I woke up after 2 hours, but there's still 2 hours left for the flight. But then I'm like, I only bought two gummies, so I need some on our way back. So I had to suffer the second 2 hours of the flight. But I think this time I was at peace. I got a neck pillow with me, so I slept. Maybe the neck pillow also really worked, because this actually the first time that I have a neck pillow, because usually I'm like, I gotta pack military style too, so I don't bring anything that is like unnecessary to my survival. But I realized that, you know, vacation is not about survival. I shouldn't always be survival mode. That's why I'm like, I allow myself to bring like a neck pillow that is a Moomin shaped neck pillow. I think I have a picture of him here. That he can also double as a plushie, okay? And then I think, and then I slept through the flight. It was really nice, and I wasn't like anxious when they were landing, so I was like normal, I would say. Even though I still like think about like, "Ooh, what if like something happened, you know? How do you use a neck pillow? I just put it around my neck, or like I put it to the side of my head, because I was in the window seat. Oh no, I think so. Yeah, I was in a window seat. But yeah, it was really nice. And then there's this one. Okay, so these are like all the packagings I bought. So there's the Cinnamoroll. This is so cute. Like, very cute. Speaking of very cute, I have a friend visiting in August. Maybe I should use this for her. And then this cherry. I really like cherries. Like as like a motif. And then there's like more, like there's so many of these same ones. So there's 2 blue ones and 2 yellow ones, and I almost dropped one of them because I'm like, I shouldn't buy so much, but they're all so cute. And look at this one, it's so pink and girly. And then there's also like similar motifs as this one, and there's this one, and it's basically same like graphics as some of the hand creams I have, and a bit of sticker sheet. And then I bought Madeline molds, even though these are not real ones, but I feel like it would be cute just to make like Madeline looking cakes. And then I got like a these are called like silicone mold. And then I got the 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. And then I got these like 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 stuff. I never used them, but I feel like one day I might. I asked because I learned on that video the pillow is supposed to go in front of the neck. What? No way! Okay, I think that makes sense though. Okay, I'll try it next time. And then these paws. I want to make marshmallows. And then yeah, maybe I'll make marshmallows from these. And then what else? Yeah, that's it. And I also got these stickers from like a local store, but I think they are like an artist alley kind of store. Look at these. This is so cute. This is like Ghibli themed like snack boxes, because I really like snack packagings. And these are all cat characters. How many do you recognize? I think I don't know this one, but I know this is Tom and Jerry. I don't know this one. And I think maybe this one is like a I don't know, like I don't know. And then this is the Monster Hunter one. I feel like I know this one. I don't know this one either. And this is Gojo cat. I think I've seen this one too, but this is my favorite. It's a Dan 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 cat. It's my favorite. It's like Turbo Baba. You went to AX? Oh, I didn't go to. This is like a artist store in LA. I didn't go to AX. I asked because I learned on that video. Oh wait, I already read the comment. I recognize some. I see. These are all from the same artist. And then yeah, I don't know. Like, do you know what this cat is or this one? And I don't know what this dog is. I think I've seen these ones. Maybe not this one. I know this is the one from Family. Oh no, from Steven Universe or something like Adventure Time. I don't know these. But yeah, Bluey. And then there's the bunny. I really like the bunny one. I really like this one. And then I think I don't know this one. But I think this is the line sticker bunny. It's so cute. But yeah, I think I know the rest of them. I know most bunnies. I see for the dogs. Yeah, this is like that guy from Animal Crossing, KK. There's Pum Pum Puring. What is this one? I don't know what is this one, but this looks so cute. And this is like Sadaharu from Gintama. This is from Ghibli. But yeah, these are the stuff I bought from LA. Hi. That's it for the. Oh, where am I? That's it for my trip sharing. How was it? Did you guys enjoy it? Do you have fun? Gintama, Inuyasha. Yes. Oh, there's Snoopy and Bond. Who is Jake? Who is Jake? Snoopy and Bonds are cute. I love Bond. So cute. But yeah, so that's it, I guess, for the sharing. And then, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I really need to learn. I think this trip, even though I went to a lot of places, I feel like I learned how to slow down and also not be afraid of public transit. Cause I feel like, okay, so I also sometimes worried about public transit, but then maybe like ultimately I don't think it can be as bad as New York's, okay? So I went on New York's and I'm still alive, so I think it's good. It's very fun to hang out. Come again soon. Yes, hopefully next time I'll get to see whales. And also, what did I miss this time that I didn't go to? Maybe I want to have more tacos too. Arrived late, so all I saw was the stickers. No, Renzo. Next time you should come earlier, okay? Oh wait. Okay, yeah. Oh, I also made my schedule for next week, so yes, I'll post them after stream. Hopefully I get to see whales next time. I think I'm gonna only do whale trips next time. Jake the dog from Adventure Time. I see! It's the yellow dog. You just need to give a vibe to make it where no one messes with you when riding public transit. Exactly. I feel like I'm like better at doing that now. Before I was not that good at doing that. So yeah, and hopefully, I don't know. Well, I mean, there's always 𝐒𝐴𝐻 and maybe AX. I still have yet to see AX, so maybe if the stars align, I could go to both 𝐿𝐴𝐻 and AX one day. Which photo was your favorite? Do you guys have any favorite photo? Do you guys like doing this? Do you want me to do more like streams about my travel? Because I feel like I traveled a lot on the first half of the year, but I didn't travel. I don't think I'm gonna travel much for the second half of the year, but I can still talk about my previous trips. But yeah, usually I pack very light for my trips, so I don't have a lot of cute outfits all the time. But because this time I'm packing for 𝐿𝐴𝐻, I actually get to pack like a lot of very nice outfits that I don't usually take when I travel. It's interesting to hear all the stories. I'm glad. AX is best with a group of 4+ friends to go. Why is that? What do you need friends for to do at AX? Is there some stuff that you can only do like with people? Cause I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if I go with friends, sometimes it's hard because we all want to see different things and we all want to meet different friends. But I don't know. I want to see like, I don't know. I want to see the 𝐒𝐚𝐭 cosplayers. I hope they're still there if I go one day. But UwU is also performing, so hopefully maybe next time I can like tag along and be like, okay, do you need a staff? I will work for you, UwU. But UwU also has like managers in LA and stuff, so we'll see. I'm shy to go anywhere alone. Yeah, I feel like I think at some point I will learn to do that too. I used to be shy too, like I wouldn't eat alone in restaurants, but now I just do everything alone. Like I think after like I went to Japan alone, I'm very used to doing everything alone. Not really, IDK just feels like a bigger typical anime con to me. I see. But yeah, I think I'm very lone wolf. Even traveling with Estelle, I do think that that's my maximum of hanging around people, especially when they're not my pace, because I really need specific paced people that I can travel with, and I feel like Estelle is very carefree and chill. So I feel like if I have to spend like 3 days together doing the same thing, I think I will need like a preparation of expectation to make it work. Even though like Estelle is very sweet. You never know, Yumemi might be go to another con next year. That's true. Man, this time I should have just like stayed in LA until like goes home so that we can go together. I'm not even working at this year AX. That's fair. I mean, it's the good news, right? Speaking of, I actually saw BB Sama store in LA. You know Soda Gumi? Yeah. I actually saw the cat, the BB Sama cat there. But yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much guys for joining, and let me, I don't know if let me see if there's a cat that I can show you guys. But anyways, no, I don't have it like at my hands right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed my content, and next stream I will maybe do go back to Yakuza. It's been a while since Yakuza, but I also want to do a little bit of just chatting, because I like chatting with you guys, and I feel like it's easier for me to focus on talking when I'm not in a game. And yeah, we will see. I'll be posting the schedule after the stream, and I'll see you guys next stream. So please, if you like my content, please follow, please like, please subscribe, and please check out our Discord. Let me share the Discord. Where I will be posting my schedule. There's also YouTube as well. Okay, let's see if there's anyone to raid. We're gonna go raid someone. Let's see. Let's gonna raid. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see if we have any friends that I met at Ofakai. Don't know. Oh, they're playing Repo again. My game. Oh, there's okay, there's Plumpers, there's Pluto playing Peak, so we're gonna say hi to Pluto, okay? It's been a while since I see her on stream, so please say hi to her for me. And let me see if I can do raid message. Can someone do raid message for me, please? Thank you so much. Otsukaresama deshita. Thank you so much. BB-sama is in LA. They have like a store, like a co-op store there. It's Canadian. It's Canadian. Yes, I went to the Little Tokyo store. That's exactly the store I went to. Okay, wow. I'm glad that like on my vertical stream it's still showing Plutos. So that's perfect. Okay, I'll see you guys. Otsukare.